They say there's no amusement here.
I tell him, I'm taking your pouch.
Job done.
Good work.
And your life. He said, there's a third option. It's handy.
Ready? As I...
All right.
I'm not mad enough to mess with you. My workshop is very near. Almost there. Now, Porky! Sincere apologies again. I know you... I'll ask you to be patient while my men check the formula. You've no idea how hard it is to find qualified specialists these days.
Bleinheim. I'm under the impression I...
No, Vizima. Longer. I need a moment. A fake, after all. You should not have tried to
I actually felt a bit guilty. But then you flapped your tongue one too many times, revealed your allegiance to Salamandra.
In that case, you'll need to stay here.
We'll wait out here.
Make it quick.
should be something at the end of this trail. Damn it! Scoia'tael arrows.
Find anything?
2 soldiers.
What happened to them?
They're dead, riddled with arrows.
I know nothing about that.
What do you think, Witcher?
Seems like 2 soldiers wandered into the cave, maybe to drive away monsters. But just because somebody convinced them to go. I don't know how many monsters they managed to kill, but I do know who got them. Scoia'tael.
Bollocks.
Last I recall, Neckers don't know how to use bows.
Hey, lads! Let's find a tree!
No! I'll tell you everything! Just don't kill me, please!
Give it up, elf.
Let's take it to the Commandant!
Lorito will torture me. I hope my screams wake you every night, Vatkan.
Shut it! Thanks, Witcher. You've earned your reward. Find any...
2 soldiers.
What happened?
They're dead, riddled with...
I know nothing.
What are you?
Seems like 2 soldiers wandered in. I don't know how many monsters they managed to...
Bollocks.
Last I recall...
Hey, lads!
No! I'll tell you
Speak.
You need to see this. You won't understand otherwise.
See ploughing what?
The bitch is lying!
We'll see. You lead.
It's an ambush! To arms! Bloody squirrels. Thanks for the help, Witcher. Here's your orange. You're coming with us, bitch! You shouldn't have left Dimitri, stupid whore.
Death awaits you all. Curse you, Dwan.
I tell him, I'm taking your pouch. Or your pouch and your life.
What did he say?
He said there's a third option. With his hand inched towards his nose. He got a bolt in the back.
What?
The command
Leave your...
guarded with
Wait, Wolf. I need to talk to the Commandant too.
You going inside or not?
Listen, friend. I'm an officer and you're a runt. And when I say jump, you will not only...
Come on, Roach.
With these cunts, Laredo couldn't protect the port from a drunk lumberjack, let alone Yorveth.
He's succeeded so far, Roach.
A ballista. The bastard's got a ballista. You know the power of this weapon. Its arms strengthened with bronze plates and strung with horsehair. It can propel heavy bolts up to a mile away.
Yeah, an experienced crew can release 2 bolts each minute, but it can't hit the same spot twice because it recoils and shifts. I've heard that somewhere before.
Where did you learn about ballistae?
I knew someone who knew a bit about them.
Unimportant. We need to damage it if we don't want to be at Laredo's mercy. They're all drunk here now. I'll provoke the guard.
Relax, Roach. I don't want to fight this rabble again.
As long as that weapon's operational, no one will sail this section of the Pontar without Laredo's express permission.
I'll handle this. Go have a drink.
Nothing better than a fireside feast.
Except
these
a fireside
drunkards
feast
protect
with
people
copious
from the
amounts of
Scoia'tael.
liquor.
Tend to the ballistic
Plough
arrows.
into the mix and it doesn't get any better.
Luckily, the Commandant's provided it all.
True. Come here, lass. Your uncle's got a
Don't
story.
you traipse around here.
So long as he can afford to tell it. I'll not lend
Don't
an
you
ear
traipse
for less
around
than
here.
10 orens.
Don't you traipse around here.
Nothing better than a fireside feast.
Except a fireside feast with copious amounts of liquor.
Don't you traipse.
Add plough into the mix and it doesn't
That
get
one
any
struts
better.
about as if he
Luckily, the
was the king
Commandant's
himself.
provided it all.
True.
I don't like freaks.
And I don't like oafish no-necks.
What do you want, mutant?
To try my luck. Arm wrestling.
I'm gonna crush you, mutant.
Save the boasting till later. Let's do this.
So long as he can afford to tell it. I'll not lend an ear for less than 10 orens.
Nothing better than a fireside feast.
Except
You're weak!
amounts of liquor.
Got strength.
Oh,
Add plough into the mix and it doesn't get any better.
Luckily, the Commandant's provided it all.
True. Come here, lass. Your uncle's got a story for you.
So long as he can afford to tell it. I'll not lend an ear for less than 10 orens.
Haven't had this good a time in ages.
That's true.
You know this one. A little apple.
you're weak! A lame mutant! Downright!
Got
Plough 'em all, plough 'em all. Oh, you are fuck dirty rotten scum. Plough 'em all, plough 'em all. Do that again, and I'll fuck your mum. Plough them all.
You've had your song. Care for some real diversion?
You're weak! A lame mutant! Downright pitiful!
Haven't had this good a time in ages.
got
That's true.
You know this one. A little apple skipping down the path. Plough 'em all. Along came a dwarf and kicked him in the arse. Plough 'em all, plough 'em all. Oh, you are fuck dirty rotten scum. Plough 'em all, plough 'em all. Do that again, and I'll fuck your mum. Plough them all!
You've had your song.
You're weak! A lame mutant, downright pitiful.
Got
Haven't had this good a time in ages.
That's true.
You know this one? A little elf was skipping down the path. Plough 'em all, plough 'em all. Along came a dwarf and kicked him in the arse. Plough 'em all, plough 'em all. Oh, you are fat, dirty, rotten scum. Plough 'em all, plough 'em all. Do that again, and I'll fuck your mum. Plough them!
You're weak!
You've had... Care for some real diversion?
Nothing better than a fireside feast.
Except a fireside feast with copious amounts of liquor.
Add plough into the mix and it doesn't get any better.
Luckily, the
You're weak!
it all.
True. Come here, lass. Your uncle's got a story for you.
So long as he can afford to tell it. I'll not lend an ear for less than 10 orens.
Haven't had this good a time in ages. You're weak! A lame mutant, downright pitiful.
That's true.
You know this one? A little elf was skipping down the path.
Did you hear?
Plough 'em all, plough 'em all. Along came a dwarf and kicked him in the arse. Plough 'em all, plough 'em all. Oh. Plough 'em all, plough 'em all. Do that again, and I'll fuck you.
Tend to the ballista, Geralt.
No passage. That one struts about as it.
Who's a white-haired filly? Oh?
What do you need, ugly?
I wanted to surprise my friend, the sad-looking guy by the ballista.
Some idiot wanted me to read him poems recently. Extravagance, as I say it. I didn't like it.
I was thinking of something a little more traditional.
What would you have me do?
I don't really care. Just get him away from the ballista.
Oh, now you've got me doubting he's your mate at all. But I'll not pry. It'll cost you double.
That's steep.
I may be a simple girl, but I know at least a few men who'd give you trouble if I told them what you've asked of me. Pay me, and it'll stay between us. I mean, no point in giving brutes and louts a good reason to perfect their skills, eh?
A favor for a favor?
There is one thing you could do for me.
And that is?
Myron and Alphonse, two of Laredo's thugs. Give them a good thrashing, and I'll even blow...
I stirred up enough trouble as it is during the execution.
No need to stir trouble. Just humiliate them some ways.
Consider it done. Myron and Alphonse.
Teach them a lesson yet?
Not just yet.
Nothing better than a fireside feast.
Except a fireside feast with copious amounts of liquor.
Add plough into the mix and it doesn't get any...
What you...
I was... You'll have...
Are you that? All right. Luckily, the Commandant's provided it all.
True. Come here, lass. Your uncle's got a story for you.
So long as he can afford to tell it. I'll not lend an ear for less than 10 orens.
Haven't had this good a time in ages.
Hey!
That's true.
What you... You know this one? A little elf was skipping down the path. Plough 'em all. Along came a dwarf and kicked him in the arse. Plough 'em all. Oh, you arse fuck, dirty rotten scum. Plough 'em all. Do that again, and I'll fuck your mum. Plough them all!
Damn the dogs!
You've had your song. Care for some real diversion?
Got str-
Haven't had this good a time in ages.
That's true.
You know this one? A little elf was skipping down the path. Plough 'em all. Along came a dwarf and kicked him in the arse. Plough 'em all. Oh, you
I
are...
hate mutants.
I know.
Plough 'em all. Do that again, and I'll fuck your mum.
My
Teach them.
course.
All right.
You've had your song. Care for some real diversion?
Brave one.
I'm on duty.
Oh, come on. Your comrades are well at it having their fun. Why should you be any worse?
You're right. Let's go.
Haven't had this good a time in ages.
That's true.
You know this one? Laredo's busy with that witch Sheila. Come back later.
Geralt, let's wait downstairs in the yard.
Oh, fuck you, man! Plough them all!
You've had your song. Care for some real diversion?
Yes?
Do we wait until the Honourable Lady is done with the Venerable Hick?
Waste of time. Looks like a good number of Flotsam's town watchmen are here. We should look around. Did you see that arbalist behind the house? I'll get his attention. Give him something to think about. Why don't you find out what they're guarding so closely?
Soldier, report to me immediately.
What do you want?
In Flotsam.
I was...
Your luck.
Commandant, sir. We caught the witcher sneaking around the garden.
Bring him in and leave.
Soldier, report to me immediately.
Fireside feast.
Except a fireside feast with copious amounts of liquor.
Add plough into the mix and it doesn't...
What do you want?
Shut it, soldier. Have respect for your superior.
In Flotsam, we cut the hands.
Soldier, report to me immediately.
What do you want?
Shut it, soldier. Have respect for your superiors or spend the rest of your life on the king's galley.
Apologies, sir. I didn't realize.
In Flotsam, we cut...
Ploughing squirrels. I'd put him in their
Soldier,
place.
report to me immediately.
Good old talk. Prove it.
I doubt anyone would stop you. We're too soft on them, that's the problem. Soldiers are bored. The garrison.
What do you want?
Shut it, soldier. Have respect for your superiors or spend the rest of
In Flotsam, we cut the hands off thieves.
I was looking for...
You're lucky.
Commandant, sir.
Bring him in and...
We were just discussing a sir. In that case, I shall leave you to it.
Finally.
I'm looking for the man responsible.
Here?
I know the Scoia'tael had a hand in it too. It's their trail I followed to Flotsam.
Lucky you found Bernard Laredo, then. If you're telling the truth, your vet's got raw blood on his hand.
The Kingslayer. That's who I want. Huge man, pretty hard to mistake.
Haven't had this good a time in ages.
That's true.
You know this one. Soldier, report to me immediately.
Travel. Along came a dwarf and kicked him in the arse. Travel.
What do you want?
Shut it, soldier.
You forget who you're dealing with, Commandant.
You must think me an idiot.
I cannot help myself. You take guardsmen off the streets to guard carpets, fabrics, and spices pilfered from merchants. Do you have any grasp of the responsibility that rests with you?
Don't teach an old man to piss, sorceress. I've ruled Flotsam for years.
Flotsam is ruled by a fear of Yorveth. That fear rules even you.
I've made my demands perfectly clear.
Like a crying babe deprived of its rattle. In time, Commandant, they'll hang you by the neck from a roadside tree like a regular bandit. And rightly so, for you're no better.
Your time will come too, sorceress. They'll pile kindling at your feet.
Enough. Fear has confused you. Think over what I said and give your answer before it's too late.
In Flotsam, we cut the hands. In Flotsam, we... In Flotsam. In Flotsam, we cut. In Flotsam, we... In Flotsam, we... In Flotsam. In Flotsam, we cut... In Flotsam. In Flotsam. In Flotsam. We the hand.
I was looking.
Feast.
Didn't like him from the start.
Laredo's storing valuable gifts from the merchants right here. He may be expecting Yorvith to attack. I overheard the Commandant talking to Sheila. I couldn't...
We'll see what he has.
Add plough into the mix and it doesn't get any better.
Luckily, the Commandant's provided it all.
Go in.
Where are we to go?
You, I mean you, sir, cannot enter.
Son of a bitch!
I don't want any trouble.
No need. Tell Laredo I got the message.
See ya, Roach.
Haven't had this good a time in ages.
That's true.
You know this one. Skipping down the path.
No passage.
Here to see the Commandant.
We have business to discuss.
Good luck. He's in a foul mood.
Why?
We'll talk another time, and definitely elsewhere.
Finally! They didn't want to let me in. while the sorceress was here.
Did you see her? Made up like a whore on parade day. They think they can do anything, those sorceresses. I heard what happened in Temeria. You know your name's on a warrant. It's unfortunate, though nothing that should impede our dealings. See, I'm the law round here, and the law needs to know what the legendary White Wolf's doing in this cesspit.
I'm looking for the man responsible for Foltest's death.
Here?
I know the Scoia'tael had a hand in it too. It's their trail I followed to Flotsam.
Lucky you found Bernard Laredo then. If you're telling the truth, Yorveth's got raw blood on his hands. I can help you find him.
What about Vernon Roach? Why didn't you let him in?
Roach? Know the aura that surrounds him? Men like him act first and think later. And when they act, almost inevitably innocent blood flows. I heard you killed the Kairan. Flotsam is grateful. Let's say that squares the crimes of your friends. They're free to go. I trust you're on our side.
Whose side is that?
That of the people of Flotsam, of course. Terrorized by the elven bandits for years now.
My enemy's enemy is my friend. We
damn squirrels.
What about the elves and dwarves in the trading post?
Hell if I know. That's my point, Witcher. The non-humans in Flotsam, sure. They eat, fuck, shit.
I'm surprised they haven't turned on you already.
How so?
The town guards treat non-humans like shit. Frankly,
I'll tell you what, Geralt. The hunger they'd face in the forest. Soldiers are simple men. When you see your mate die, a Scoia'tael arrow in his throat, it's hard to look favourably at the elf who sells your wife coloured kerchiefs. You're a Witcher. Your job is to protect the... I protect them from the danger that...
I see where this is going.
Yorveth's no better than a monster that attacks those who go out to gather kindling. Matter of fact, he's worse.
How do we get him?
I don't want you to kill him. Even you don't. I have an idea, but the squirrels are up to something. Every night their scouts come closer. I suspect...
What do you want?
As long as Yorveth remains free, humans, elves, and dwarves will live alongside. I've got to learn what the pointy-eared rat is planning.
How am I supposed to get that information?
You underestimate me, Witcher. Take your friend Zoltan, for instance.
I'll talk to...
I trust you'll make... Farewell.
Entry only on the Commandant's express orders. Off you go.
Who's a white-haired filly? Oh? Sorry.
Don't forget your blade.
Well, well.
It's people like him.
Or put us in
He told me they're keeping Scoia'tael prisoners on a barge in the port.
Did he mention if Kieran ep Esnalen, Yorveth's right hand?
No.
He may know something about...
Let's pay him.
I tell him, I'm taking your pouch. Or your pouch and your
Whitey.
What
did he say? Go white?
He said there's a third option. Then his hand inched towards his knife.
What then?
He got a bolt in the back. Too bad he turned out to be poor.
The poor ones are always up at it.
What do you want?
To speak with the wounded prisoner.
No one's...
I'm here on...
I already cut a deal with you, but...
So get out of my way.
He won't tell you much.
Shut your traps. Stop bloody moaning down there.
Look, Coffer's dozed off.
They beat him bad. He's got at least a dozen.
What do I do?
The spell I'm going to use is painful. It could kill him.
I'll use the Axis.
Perfect.
Wakey, wakey, Coffer. You'll fall asleep forever any day now. Look, Birdie's all wet.
What's the bloody meaning of this?
No playing with your sword, got it?
He's raving.
That gun?
In Flotsam, on the prison barge.
The convict's barge?
How did Laredo's goons catch Yorvith's right-hand elf?
I was betrayed. How else?
You'd be dying in pain if it...
If it wasn't for the Dwan, I wouldn't be here.
There's a Witcher in Yorvith's unit.
Like every Dwan, he turned out to be a bastard.
What happened?
He betrayed us. He said he had an offer for me. So we met, where roses of remembrance grow. I should have known.
Roses of remembrance?
Yes, some of the last in the world. He thought that I'd betray my elven brother in order to control the unit. I refused. I've never seen anything like it. No human can move that fast. It was a massacre. I was the first to be hit. Thus I survived. I would have bled to death. Letho will kill Yorvith, and all will be lost. So many...
Why does the Dwan...
He used us. From the start. Our hatred. But...
Letho.
Yes.
What does Yorvith...
Go plow yourself.
Only I can warn Yorvith. Tell me.
We're fighting for much more, Witcher. Flotsam is only the beginning. In due time, Yorvith will answer the call, and we'll emerge from the woods, join...
What battle?
He wasn't specific.
In that case, We got what we came...
What now?
Yorvith.
What if Yorvith already knows?
I've got an old saying all ready for him.
Warn him, Gwynblade. Yorvith fights among the last. Fighting makes sense.
What are you talking about, Kieran? Hope for what?
For change.
Yennefer told me that Ciri has departed for good. She inhabits another world and is happy there. Before she left this one, she gave us the Isle of Avalok, our island. We stopped counting time. People believe that the wraiths of the Wild Hunt are immortal. They race across the heavens, gripping in their bony hands swords, their lightning bolts. They take away mortals, ever expanding their cavalcade of spectral riders. They burned the orchard and the house. In their armored boots, they trampled our island. And they made off with Yennefer. I had to get her back. Return to reality. Return to the Witcher's path.
Geralt, are you all right?
I've been to the Isle of Avalach, among the apple trees and the mists. After the massacre in Rivia, the Wraith Riders kidnapped you.
But...
Triss, this is important. I feel like everything's coming together. They continued to pursue me.
Kieran mentioned roses.
Right now, I should be searching the forest for your...
I could
You sure?
Everything seems to indicate that. Whatever's blocking your memory...
In that case...
Want me to go?
I'd love you.
All right, then. Let's go. Cedric mentioned there are some old elven buildings near the...
Lead the way.
Shut your traps! Stop bloody moaning down there.
Look, Coffer's dozed off.
Wakey, wakey, Coffer. You'll fall asleep forever any day now. Hey, Birdie! Just looking at me.
I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here.